You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, punch the like button, and as always, thank you guys and gals for watching. Let's talk about Lia Thomas, because Lia Thomas, a.k.a. Will Thomas, the transgender that has been competing in the NCAA in swimming and dominating, has come out and slammed critics, saying there is no competitive advantage for him versus women in competitive sports. We've been very vocally critical of all of this happening. There was a female skateboarder recently that has come out. There's a fellow swimmer, Riley Gaines, I believe is her name, out of Kentucky, that has slammed this. And it's getting more and more steam. I'm going to go over what Lia Thomas said, and then I'm going to show you what just came out regarding the advantages. Two doctors looked at transgender swimmers versus actual females, and they are very clear that there is a competitive physical advantage. We've talked about the fact that we are concerned, especially about not only this destroying women's sports, but there is a physical advantage strength-wise aspect. And some of these dudes are starting to go over into things like MMA, and you're going to get some women that are going to get hurt. So, let's look at this. This is from ESPN. Former University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas responds to critics: trans women competing in women's sports does not threaten women's sports. I don't know how you could possibly see it that way, but okay. 2 months after becoming the first transgender athlete to win an NCAA Division I National Championship, former University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas pushed back on some of the criticism she received during the 21-22 season in an exclusive interview with ABC News and ESPN. Thomas, who declined all interview requests during NCAA swimming and diving championships in Atlanta in March, found herself at the center of a national debate over who gets to compete in women's sports. Quote, "It's the biggest misconception, I think, is the reason I transitioned," Thomas said. "People will say, oh, she transitioned so she would have an advantage, so she could win. I transitioned to be happy and true to myself." Look, if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But just understand there may be a trade-off when you do it of no longer being able to compete in competitive sports because it's just flat not fair physically. Will Thomas swam on the Penn men's swimming team for 3 seasons. You see where I'm going? Before joining the women's team after a gap year when the Ivy League canceled the 2021 for all sports because of the pandemic. She made national headlines following her performance at the Zippy Invitational in Akron, Ohio in December 2021, when she posted the nation's fastest times in the 200 and 500-yard freestyle. At the NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships in March, Thomas won the 500 freestyle, placed 5th and 8th, respectively, in the 200 and 100. Her participation and success drew criticism from teammates, competitors, and other members of the swimming community, including former Kentucky swimmer Riley Gaines, who tied Thomas for 5th place. By the way, the woke-ass swimming committee that she was competing for wanted Lia Thomas out there with the trophy, not Riley, if I remember correctly. Riley said, quote, "What are we trying to protect?" Gaines said in an interview with ABC's Nightline, "If our priorities are fairness, which it should be in sports, why are we completely neglecting that for one person or small groups of people?" Thomas told ESPN she just doesn't buy it. Trans women competing in women's sports does not threaten women's sports as a whole. Trans women are a very small minority of all athletes. The NCAA rules regarding trans women competing in women's sports has been around for 10 plus years. We haven't seen any massive wave of trans women dominating. Point of fact, haven't we seen it in track now, skateboarding, weightlifting, basically anything that we've seen a male get involved with, transgender, over in female sports, all of a sudden it seems they dominate that one sport. I'm just saying. So while there's not a lot of it going on, when it happens, it's just not fair. It's not physically fair. Now, okay, let's take a look at this, because this confirms there's an unfair advantage. Confirmed, this is the post-millennial. Biological male swimmer Lia Thomas does have an unfair advantage over women competitors. We got some doctors weighing in now. Michael Joyner, a Mayo Clinic doctor, and prominent physiologist Ross Tucker, I thought Ross Tucker was an NFL podcaster, I'm just joking, have both confirmed from a scientific standpoint that biological male swimmer Lia Thomas absolutely does have a biological edge over teammates and competitors. Both experts have confirmed that testosterone is a deciding factor in Thomas's advantage, and that no amount, let me repeat, no amount of hormone therapy can properly mitigate that to any relevant extent. According to the Daily Mail, quote, even Thomas took testosterone suppressants, which was required by the NCAA. She still has an unfair advantage over biological females she swims against. There are social aspects to the sport, but the physiology and biology underpin it. Testosterone is the 800-pound gorilla, mentioned Joyner in the interview. Thomas commented on the issue as well, expressing wishes to just be able to allowed to swim. I am a woman just like anybody else on the team. No, you're not. I've always viewed myself as a swimmer. It's what I've done for a long time. It's what I love. However, many people want to distract from Thomas's opinion. Her teammates have gone on record more than once, not only saying they consider this situation unjust and unfair, but also many other teammates feel the same way but are afraid to speak out. At one point, teammates even complained that Thomas was blatantly disrobing in front of them and showing his junk, quote-unquote, ready to go, so to speak. Tennis legend and many-time champion Martina Navratilova, when interviewed, quote, I played against taller women, I played against stronger women, I beat them all. But if I faced the male equivalent of Lia in tennis, that's biology. I would have no shot, and I would have been livid. Wow. So, for all the virtue signaling and everything Lia Thomas has got to say about there's not an unfair advantage, she's not taking advantage, he's not taking advantage of the situation, these two doctors have come out and said he is wrong. There is a obvious, blatant physical advantage Lia Thomas has over females. You can apply this to all the other sports we've seen it in. Weightlifting, weightlifting, skateboarding, surfing, I saw the other day. I mean, track and field. When we're seeing this take place, especially if it's pretty competitive, i.e., the person was already running on the male side, they were already competing on the male side, they were not performing so well against other males, and then boop, we transitioned over to females. Now we're dominating. I'm sorry, that doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. It just simply doesn't. So, tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Lia Thomas slams her critics, and we'll slam you right back. Okay? So, there it is. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.